That was fun.
We like geeked out on like life coach stuff. Are your people gonna like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, good.
People like it when I get uncomfortable.
Did you get uncomfortable?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean, like when I was challenged.
Yeah.
Right, and you challenged me.
You didn't seem uncomfortable.
I'm comfortable being challenged.
I prefer crying when you're uncomfortable.
I was actually out with a couple friends, and we were talking about. I had somebody come up to me once. They're like, "Hey Ryan, what do you do about gold diggers, man? Like, how do you deal with gold diggers?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not attracted to gold diggers." and he says, "Yeah, but how do you know? How do you know?" And I'm like, "I don't know. If a girl's after me for my stuff, I just kind of read that, and I'm not into it. Man, I don't know how you keep away the gold diggers. It's like I'm just not attracted to them." And I was telling that story, and I was like, "But on the other hand, if there's a really poised, cute, humble girl, I'm like, so either way, I don't have to talk to girls. Either way, don't have to talk to girls. It's perfect. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So I'm good either way. Yeah.
Oh my God, teenage boys. They both go to college next year. Crazy.
Wow, you're gonna be an empty nester.
And I am like the anti-college, and both my kids are going to
Oh
college.
Wow.
I just think college is a racket.
Yeah, it's a waste. Well, I mean, it's an experience. Different for some.
It is an experience.
Well,
yes.
like I was at a Christian school where there were no guys in girls' dorm rooms. I didn't have to talk to girls.
Right.
Yeah. It's like I have mastery in all areas of life except if there's a pretty girl in the room. I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, don't lead with that.
Do you like corn bacon? What? I have an hourglass in my office. Bye.
Stop it. Can't you help him? You're with him all the time. You do help him?
I'm not a good wingman because I'm not any better.
That is too funny, you guys. All right.
Can you life coach that out of me?
No.
Okay, that's good.
It's just going to complicate your
That's
life
good,
anyway.
because if you did, I'd have to talk to girls.
Yeah,
that'd
that's
be horrible.
just complicating. What, can't you find like an entrepreneur? I think that would be so fun.
I would never want to be with
Really?
an entrepreneur, yeah.
I think that would be amazing. No?
No, because then we would never do anything but talk about work.
Yeah.
I want my relationship
To be outside of work.
Yeah. Like, I want to be able to be present in that.
Yeah, yeah.
And not,
That's true.
like, yeah, it's cool to have like a hold on, I want to go in a completely different area. How long have you been married?
22 years.
How do you feel about marriage?
I love marriage.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As an institution?
Yeah.
What do you love about it?
I just love that it's kind of like when you get a protocol for food and you just stick to it. You never have to think about food again. Like, I just love being married. I love that I got my guy and that I never have to think about them. I have people, they spend so much time thinking about it.
Yeah.
Who they're going to date, going out. I can't imagine dating.
I don't spend a lot of mental thought about dating.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, the whole swipe this, I'm like, what do you do with your time? Like, really,
Seriously,
that is awful. I don't want to spend my time trying to prove myself to somebody.
Right.
So I don't spend any thought thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about marriage for me.
Do you date a lot though? Do you have?
No. I don't like.
So you don't mind not having a relationship?
I don't mind not having a relationship, but I don't like having a lot of first dates.
Oh.
I don't want to go out with a person and never see them again. I like depth.
Yeah, me too. That's why I like being married. I like that he knows all the things.
Okay.
And then, like, I come home and he's like, yeah, no. Or he knows, like, not to that. Like, we're just best friends, too. I love being married.
Okay.
And especially my kids are. But I think it has to be the right person.
Yeah, I wonder if that. Yeah, I wonder if. Do you expect that to change at all once your kids go off to school?
Our relationship?
Yeah.
You know what it is about our relationship, and this is what I teach all my students about, is like, you have to be a full person that meets your own needs, and they have to be a full person that meets their own needs, and you just come together and it's fun. Like, your only job is just to be there for me to love you. That's it. Like, you don't have to, like, do stuff to make me happy in this marriage. That's when marriage is terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not making me happy because you're not meeting my needs. And that's what they teach you in therapy. Seriously, like, tell him what your needs are, and then he'll tell you what his needs are, and then you can spend your whole life just focusing
Meeting
on
each
this other
other's
person and being
egos.
needy. Yeah, we don't do any of that.
Yeah, that's good.
We're 100% ourselves, and
Are
we're
your
very independent.
Were your parents together?
Divorced.
Okay.
My dad was an alcoholic. Died when I was young. So, but my mom's been not married to my stepdad, who's really not my stepdad for
Oodles of
30
time.
years. Yeah, and so they're not married, and I think it's the exact same thing. I don't think you have to have a piece of paper to say you're married. Why don't you believe in it?
I don't not believe it.
Oh, okay. You're just not into it.
I don't know. I'd be totally open to it.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that way right now.
Yeah.
Because
You're young though, right?
How old do you think I am?
32.
31.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like right now I crave depth and relationships and being known and fun.
Yeah.
And A, I can have that without being married.
Totally. Yeah.
And B, I don't know how I feel about having that with the same person for the rest of my life. It's possible.
Yeah.
But I think that is more the exception than the rule.
Well, and you know what's interesting is we're totally open to the idea that we won't be married forever. And I think that's what makes us want to be married forever. Because we're like, hey, if at any point this isn't totally cool for both of us, I don't want him to stay with me if he doesn't want to be with me, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know. The kids go away to college. I'm like, what are you doing here?
I think that's so healthy.
I'm open to it, right? Like I had a girlfriend come to me one time. She's like, divorce isn't an option. I'm like, then you must have a terrible marriage.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it's not an option, then you're just forced to be together. Ew. So I think you have to, it's the parameters you put around what marriage means too, right?
Yeah, it's like you're creating the rules.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And most people just fall into the rules and try to force themselves into the rules.
Most people just care about the wedding is the problem. Most people get married when they're young and they care about the wedding. I know you're recording. I can't tell you the story. It's a really good story.
Oh, we're recording?
Some solid extra footage.
But I think I have some associates that, in their religion, they can't be intimate until they get married. And so they're just getting married to be intimate. And I'm like, dude, if I would have married that guy, that would have been a mistake, right? I feel like I understand that there's values and stuff around that, but I think that kind of stipulation around marriage, I don't think makes a lot of sense. So I don't believe in that kind of marriage, if that's what you mean. Or staying married for marriage's sake.
Yeah, so this is like that's where the institution of marriage came from, was to formalize that family structure. Yeah. And now we
get to make it mean whatever we want, right?
So is it necessary?
No, I don't think so. I think it's cool though.
Okay.
I think it's just kind of like that line in the sand declaration kind of thing.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah. But I do think both people have to want it. I think when other people make other people get married, if you love me, you'd marry me. It's a no.
Then it's just not something I am ready for right now.
It's because you haven't found the right person.
Maybe.
Like looking for someone to get married to, I think is the wrong way to do it. Find someone and be like, hey, do we think we want to get married? No, yes, okay. Why? But there's a lot of people that want to be married.
Yes.
Just like there's a lot, because when you get married, you know what happens? Everything's better.
And
you're happy all the time. Yeah. Just look at all married people. Isn't that crazy? We think that? Like,
really
if we could
is.
just get married. But look at most married people. They don't want to be married. It's so fascinating that that's what we think. So
You really like being yourself, don't you?
yeah.
That's awesome.
Aren't you? Don't you?
Yes, but not all the time.
See, I'm having a great time with my life.
See. So this is a lot of deep work for me to be able to say that.
Okay.
So
Do you want me to acknowledge that?
No.
Ryan unplugged. Take note. Deep thoughts.
You're real bad for my ego,
I'm
Brooke.
supposed to be nicer, aren't I? Life coaches are supposed to be caring. Yeah, no, go say that. Tell me why.
So what I'm getting at is realizing there were parts of my life that I didn't like being me. And having going into that, first of all, it sucked. But once you do that, it's like, there I am.
Yeah.
I really do like me.
Yeah.
So I know that there's still areas where I don't like that about myself. Or I don't like that insecurity comes up in this point. And the more I dive into that, I was like, oh, I really do like being me.
Yeah. And you can just decide to like the parts of yourself that you think you don't like.
What? Like, oh, I really like that neurotic, crazy part of my brain.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm like not even kidding when I say that. Like you can just decide like that's all part of the deal.
Yeah, I get that.
The stuff that I had hard, like when I was over drinking too much alcohol, that's when I was like, I don't like that. That kind of stuff I think is like, what's going on there? Those things are worth changing. But like the neurotic stuff, the human stuff.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's like, oh, my ego got involved there. Did you see that? Right? It's not like, oh my God, I should be better.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh no, human. And this is what I found is that the more I accept, like you're the hardest person you're ever gonna love, right? So when you start loving yourself, you're like, I can like all the people.
Yeah.
I can like all the people that don't like the same things I like. That's weird.
Yeah.
Our country has a hard time with that.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of unhappy people.
Right. That are just mad about a lot of really stupid shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they think that the solution is outside of themselves.
Yeah.
And so of course they're gonna hate other people.
Right.
Of course they're gonna look down on other people. But
Right.
the minute that you're happy with you, you just have like this abundance where it's like everything's a bonus.
Well, and when other people are assholes, you're like, oh yeah, I'm an asshole too sometimes. Like seriously, it's like, oh, and I can like myself when I'm an asshole, so I can like extend that.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's like we can understand that we're all, and like when people hate me, I'm like, I get it. Like I've spent a lot of time hating me too. Like I'm pretty easy to hate. I get it. And then the life is just, it's just more fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I like you.
Well, I like you too, Ryan.
Yes, awesome.
Can I get a clip of that?
Yeah, I got it all.
All right.